everyone, Miss Demmer here. Today we are going to be, our I can statement is I can define the solution set of inequalities. So we are going to be talking about inequalities today. Now we're not doing the graphing aspect of it, but we are going to be talking about different inequalities and how many solutions they have and things like that. Now this was on chapter 4. If you want to look back through your notes and look at chapter 4, you can. Or you can use these notes right here. Okay, whatever works best for you. Make sure you get those notes out. And if you need to rewrite it, you can. If you want to print it, whatever works best for you. Now, what we are going to be doing, so turn to page 269. And what we are going to be doing is how many solutions are there for each equation. Circle the best answer, then list up to 3 solutions. Now, obviously, some of them might have not have 3 solutions. So yesterday we talked about variables. So this is a variable here. We need to put a number in to make this true. So 3 plus what is going to equal 3? Well, if I put 0 in for this m right here, that's going to give me 3. So I have one solution. Because if I would put a 1 in there, 3 plus 1 gives me 4. That does not equal. So it's just going to be one solution, and the number m would equal 0. Okay? What we are doing is making the solution true. Now, s, which is our variable, plus 8 equals s. So whatever we put in here has to equal this here. So I always let's start with 0. 0 plus 8 gives me 8. Okay, that doesn't work because my two s's are not the same. So we have to be very careful with that they're the same. Let's try 1. 1 plus 8 equals 9. Are my s's the same here? No, they're not equal. So we're going to have to go, and I always use the rule of thumb of 3. I always try to do 3. So then I do 2. 2 plus 8 gives me 10. Are my s's the same? No, so there is going to be no solution here. So on here, we are going to put, sorry about that. We're going to put no solution. Now this right here, w plus 2 equals 2 plus w. Now 5 plus 2, let's say I put 5 in for this. 5 plus 2 gives me 7. 2 plus 5 gives me 7. Okay, well that's going to work. What if I did 3? 3 plus 2 gives me 5, and 2 plus 3 gives me 5. I do 1. 1 plus 2 gives me 3, and 2 plus 1 gives me 3. So we're going to have more than one solution. Really, we could have any solution there because technically these are the same thing. Okay, just flipped around. So right here you could write any number here. So I'm going to write 0, 1, and 2. If you put different numbers there, that's okay. Now the absolute value of e plus 3 equals 10. Now remember these absolute value bars here, that's how far away something is from 0. So let's say I put 2. 2 plus 3 does not give me 10. But what number could I put in there? Well, I could do 7. 7, the absolute value of 7 equals 7, because remember absolute value is always positive. It's how far away something is on a number line. So if I have 0 here and 7 here, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 away. Same thing if I'm doing a negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the absolute value of negative 7 still equals 7. So we're going to have more than one, but our solutions can only be negative 7 and 7, because both of those equal 7 with absolute value bars. And we've talked a lot about that this year. Now, for number 2, we are going to draw a line to which one of these it goes to. We can use more than one choice for each of them. Well, 0, if we times anything by 0, it's always going to equal 0. So this is going to be all numbers here. Okay, because if I put any number in for that variable, any number times 0 always equals 0. Now this, x plus 2 equals 12. Well, think about that. What's the only number I can put in for x? 10. So I'm going to have to do 10 because 10 plus 2 gives me 12. X plus 2 equals x. If I put, let's check this 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 and 4 are not equal to each other. See if I'd write this here. These two are supposed to be equal to each other and they're not, so that's not going to work. I'm looking at my other solutions. Well, we have 10, so 10 plus 2 equals 12. Well, that's still not going to work. I'm adding more to that number, so we're going to get no solution there. These both mean no solution. Now, a number times 7 equals 7 times that number. Can I really do any number there? Because these, like we talked about up here, are going to have multiple solutions. So we're going to go to all numbers. Now, 8 divided by a number equals 4. Well, 8 divided by 2 equals 4, so that's going to go here. Now, the absolute value of 10, just like we did with that 7 up here, that's how way far away something is from 0. So if I have 10, a negative 10 here, and this is 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oop, I kind of got a little squeezed right there. We'll just go like this. Okay, I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I must have forgot one more. 10. It's 10 away from 0. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's 10 away from 0. So this is always going to be a positive number. Please let me know if you have any questions on any of that. Now, staying on page 269, we are going to record the solution set. So, we are going to say if there's no solution, more than one, many solutions, or one solution. So half times g, or half times a number times 2 equals g. Well, let's see. I'm going to do 0. Half times 0 gives me 0. 0 times 2 gives me 0. Well, that works. Now let's try 1. Okay, so if I'm doing this and I think of this as half times 1, I get half. Half of 2 equals 1. Did we get the same thing that we put in there? Yeah. Now I'm going to try one more just to be sure. Half times 2, and then we're going to times that by 2. Half of 2 is 1. 1 times 2 equals 2. Did I put the same number in? Yes, so we're going to have many solutions. Now, I always guess and check and put numbers in to help. Think of our number sense too. Think of what number can I put in to make that equal. Now, absolute value again. What is going to equal 12? We've done a lot with these. Well, negative 12 is 12 away, so negative 12 would work. And positive 12, remember, absolute value is always a positive. Okay, j plus 5 equals j minus 5. Now, using my number sense, if I put any number in there, am I going to get that like 10 here and 10 here? 10 plus 5 gives me 15. 10 minus 5 gives me 5. That's not equal to each other. If I'm adding 5 to a number and then taking away 5 to a number, you're never going to get the same thing, so it's going to be no solution. Use your number sense and what we've done with those number talks this year. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to actually go to the next page here. So on page 270, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be circling the solution set. Now look at those notes there that I have provided for you. All numbers, think of that as our variable. So all numbers, they have H here. Less than sign, if you look, that's our less than 4. Now if you notice on your note sheet, look at your less than. I can also write this as like this, or not H first, 4 first. Does that still tell me that this number right here is less than 4? Yes, it does, because it always goes where the arrow is pointing. If the arrow is pointing here, it's saying a number less than 4. This is saying 4 is bigger than the number, meaning that's still less than. So circle inequalities with the solution set. Well, let's look. H is less than 4 we have here. Let's see if they have it written this way also. They do. Make sure that you get both of them. So describe a situation, one of the circle inequalities we could put in for it. We could put in any number less than 4. Okay, we can put any number less than 4 into that solution set. Now think of the next one. The solution set is all numbers greater than 5. So we have to look in here for which numbers are going to be greater than 5 in this. So I look here. If I put 6 in for this, 6 plus 8 gives me 14. 14 is not less than 10, so that's not going to work. This one right here is not going to work because we have to put in numbers that are greater than 5 for this. Let's try this one. I put in 6 because it has to be greater than 5. 6 plus 1 gives me 7. Is this solution set true? 6 is less than 7. Yes. I put in 6 here. 6 plus 5 gives me 11. Is 6 greater than 11? No, so that's not going to work. I put in 6 here. 5 times 6 is 30. It says 8 is greater than 30. That doesn't work either, so only that one's going to work. So what we can say that we did is we put numbers greater than 5 in for our variable. Okay, now this solution set right here is no solution. That means circle inequalities that have no solution here. So if I put 0 in and 0 in here, 0 plus 6 is 6, 0 plus 2 is 2. 6 is not less than 2. What if I put 1 in for that? So 1 plus 6, I get 7, 3. Still not the same. Now I put 3 in. Okay, still less than. Let's try even bigger number. Let's try like 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 6 plus 2 more is 8. Still not going to work, so this is going to have no solution here. Because we're always adding 6 here and we're always adding 2 here. Whatever number you put in, it's never going to be the same. Think of our number sense. Now, look at 3 times b plus b plus 5. Well, if I put 1 in, 3 is less than, and 1 here, 3 is less than 6. So if I would make this 3 times 1, that's 3. 1 here, that gives me 6. 3 is less than 6. There will be a solution for that. Now we can put in here 0, because 5 plus 0 is going to give us 5. but any number than that is not going to, but there is a solution there. We could put 1 in for this. We could put 2. We do 3 times 3, though, we get 9, and that's when it stops, but we do have solutions. So we circled the inequalities that have no solution. Please let me know if you have any questions on any of this. I'd be more than willing to help you. And I apologize for that. That was a telemarketer calling me. Okay, here we go right here. A number greater than 4. Solution set all numbers less than 7. That's what you're doing for the first part. Second part, you put any number greater than 10 in for your variable. You go down here. You're going to say if it's no solution, many solutions, or 1 solution. Down here is exactly what we did. You're going to match these up with the numbers that go there. Remember absolute value, how far away something is from 0? This we're dividing decimals. We'll do the first one together. So we have 8 and 8/10 divided by 2. I have no decimal here, so I don't have to move anything over. 2 goes into 8 4 times. That gives me 8. Bring down my 8. Remember, we bring up our decimal right away since there's no decimal here. 2 goes into 8 4 times, so we get 4 and 4/10. Please let me know if you have any questions with this, and I'd be more than happy to help you. Have a great rest of your day, and don't be afraid to use those notes too.